Hey, I thought it would be fun to do a little video showing my personal survival world. This is a world I've been playing on Switch, but I have put it temporarily on a round. So, personal survival world. I mostly played it on peaceful. Serafina is huffing the window. Okay, so I've had the world longer than that, but that's the day I uploaded it onto the realm. This is the stuff I had in my inventory at time of upload. I was only just really getting into netherite. I couldn't fill the fire resistance potions with the netherite refining. This is spawn. This is the seed if anyone's curious. I will stare at that so you can see it. I built this tiny little hill. There was no hill here. This is just junk chests. So I put my nether board all over here. It started with a little bit of a farm. There was a cave over here, so I ended up building my base into it. There was a ravine, it's been mostly covered. We've got our wart farm. As you can see, it was kind of a flower forest. This definitely looked a lot different. I put water here. There was already water in that little bit, but I changed it up a lot. Little sandy beach that I added here, so I could have more turrets. Water for the turrets. This was the main base that I started out with. It started with just this one room here, what you see, and I think it's quite cute. Then we have through here bees. There used to be other stuff in here. I eventually put bees in there. We've got another staircase going upwards because I put stairs everywhere, honestly. There's just multiple ways to get anywhere in this space. Bees. You could kind of use that as stairs too, but I wouldn't recommend it. This is a fish tank. It's got tropical fish. Then we've got down here, this stuff has been spreading all over the place. It's a bit of a mess. We've got those because I found a deep dark and I grabbed them. I thought they'd be interesting. We've got our potato farm on this level. We've kind of got farms spread randomly. I was having issues with getting lava, so I was going to build a storage room along here. I never used it. I just dump everything in those chests upstairs. Peonies, bees. I was going to start putting more of that on some of the walls, but didn't finish that quite yet. Lava, because I was always running out of lava and I got sick of going into the nether for it. There is a staircase here. I've been trying to spread grass through the whole base because I like it. And then we've got a staircase here. So down the staircase, cats growling at each other. We've got bees. There is a cave here. I'll show you that momentarily. We've got carrots up that staircase. We've got a staircase here too. This is a turtle pond. It goes to outside. We've got staircase here, but we do also have another staircase around to down here. And then we've got the staircase there. We've got pumpkins, we've got potatoes, we've got carrots down there. And here we have our little potion room. It's kind of inconvenient, so I don't really go in here that often unless I actually need potions. And I actually do use a lot of potions. I mostly use night vision potions. Down here, there was a ravine, and I've been digging it further down so we can continue our spirally base downwards and also have it tuck more into the walls. So staircase goes all the way down, level a surface here. There's going to be a farm over where this honey stuff is. There's all sorts of caves going that way that I sometimes go into. And I've got glowberries everywhere, of course. Can't have a base without glowberries. It's important. I just think they look pretty. And then, so I'm going to have another floor there, and then I'll probably continue the staircase down. See, I started it, and then staircase upwards. So we've got this floor that I'm still working on, and you can step out and see down here is another turtle pond, because apparently I'm a little bit obsessed with having turtle ponds. Also obsessed with bees. You've probably seen there's a lot of bees. So we've got this, and then if we go up the staircase, that we've got the tunnel that I showed you the other side of, goes through to there. So this floor is not quite finished, but it is a farming floor, because we go through a lot of pumpkins. There is a floor above this that is not yet complete, and I probably never will complete it, but it's just grass growing, and I need to get more dirt for that little area. And then we also have over here a little room, and then stairs going down to here again. The problem with this floor is the roof is a little bit too low, and I've been struggling with getting it lit up. This floor is still being dug, and I'm putting the glowstone in the ceiling rather than having dirt directly above it like the other. Okay, let's go outside of the base, because I've now shown you the entire base. That is all there is to it. And we're conveniently at daytime. Front of the base, those llamas live there. They just live there. So there's always a massive amount of bees around, because I have a lot of bees. Yeah, I like the bees. This is our sugarcane farm. So this village, I started it off by converting a couple of zombie villagers, and I've been placing dirt and building houses and slowly expanding it over the ocean. This little shack here, our calcite and amethyst, this is the room I converted them in. So then we go to here, we've got this copper. The village started with just this house, and that was it. So this house was the first one, and it just had the 3 beds, and then we expanded. I gave them farms, so we've got this farm, we've got that farm, we've got melons growing all down the fence line, we've got a little workstation area, we've got another little workstation area, we've got a house. This was the second house to be built. This over here was the 3rd house to be built. This house here has stairs going up on the back where another bed is. Some of the houses are kind of weird. Wouldn't admit that much readily. And then we've got this house here. So we've got the innards, and then it's got stairs to go to nothing. And then we've got this weird little house here. It's just got beds in it. Most of the houses are just beds. We've got this little house here. We've got this little fishing shack. No wait, it's the Fletcher shack. Along the wall we've got amethyst, and yeah, it's a little bit messy. I'll show you the other side in a minute. We've got the fishing shack with the little pond. We've got the library. This is my favourite house in the village. So downstairs we've got the library with those. We've got the enchanting table, everything around the enchanting table that we could possibly need. Lapis in this chest, other crap in this chest. And then we've got, yeah, I think it's really pretty with all the amethyst. It's got a back door, it's got an upstairs. Upstairs is where an iron golem store, 2 iron golems now. Look, you can look out over the library. We've got beds in here. The villagers aren't very smart, so they don't often use those upstairs beds. We've got this building that is still being completed for these guys. We've got this little shack that I mostly built for my auto smelters, and then we've got a couple job guys in here. We've got another little town square, because you've got to have plenty of town squares. You know, you've got to have... how do I ding the bell? Thank you. There's going to be... Once I do more dirt, I thought glass would look fun underneath this town square. We've got paths going through the whole thing. Wouldn't want to get lost. I mean, it's kind of hard to get lost. The village isn't really that big yet. We've got a little farm here. We've got this little town square with the little patterning and those. Another bell. We've got this house, brick roof. I don't know why I did brick roof. I think it was just the block I had. This over here, this is the original town square. Fishing shack. Then this is a house I had not yet finished because I was wanting to build up my villagers again. I had a villager raid, so I lost some of my good villagers because I wasn't that careful. And then I stuck the banner there because why not? And then you can also see along on the wall there that I've got random candles, lanterns and amethysts because I just thought it looked fun. We've got lightning rods on the front gate because I don't want my houses struck by lightning. To the side here we have this little pond, but then we also have our sheep. I was using orange wool a lot. We've got our 3 fellas, we've got our cow pen. I had to bring them over from somewhere else. This is our sugarcane farm, our sheep farm. I built a little beach. This is where I sometimes breed turtles. I've got a bunch of eggs here. Over there is a little island. Eventually I will do something with it because the village won't be expanding that way. Or maybe I could do a separate village over there. I could have 2 villages. The hills. I come up here and chop down trees mostly. Rabbits. Lots of rabbits spawn around here. I keep thinking I should make a little rabbit house and breed rabbits, but I just haven't done it yet. Originally my enchanting table was around here somewhere. Yeah. This is where the bees started out. I just started placing bee boxes here. We got lots more bee boxes because I was growing trees and there's always flowers around. The enchanting table was originally roughly around here, but now we've got all these bees. This, you can peer down and see my base. We grew some mangrove trees because I got the things to grow them from a wandering trader. We've got more bee houses. I like having these on top because the smoke annoys me. We've got so many bee houses. No matter where you go, there is always more bees. Bees. There is a village nearby that I have gone to once or twice, but mostly I ignore it because I have my own village and I mostly stick near spawn. We've got a couple of llamas. There's a lot of snow up there. I've been wanting to go and collect some goat horns, but I don't quite understand how you get them to drop the goat horns. We've got more bees. I hate these big giant trees that spawn because it's annoying to chop them down, but I just haven't gotten around to chopping them down. Sometimes I come around and I just set them all on fire because it's annoying. We've got bees. There's always new bees coming, so not all of them have fires underneath them or trapdoors on top. We've got this little pond here. This, I think it would be fun to attach this to my base. Yeah, attach it to my base. And have more sprawling in there. But I do also want to have a house above ground eventually. For I may have to move my world from my Switch because it goes really slowly on my Switch. So I might, switch to mainly playing it on my laptop or something. I don't know. Over here, more trees. I exploded a couple of times over here. I seem to just randomly drop items when my inventory is getting too full too. So you can often just find stuff floating around if it's, outside of range and won't despawn. Over there is where I gather sand, and that is where I got my first turtles. And over here, there is actually a ruined portal under the water. I'm wearing a turtle hat. Oh, my cat's snoring. Over here, there's a ruined portal over in the water. Over here, I really like the look of moss, so I was slowly spreading it out, and I grew some trees, and I spread out this flower more because this flower here is my favourite flower, but we've got moss all over this. I think it looks cool. I did start spreading the moss through my base, but I think the grass looks better than the moss. So yeah, that is my single player survival world. Hope you found that interesting. I will probably get back to playing my single player Minecraft world that I was recording, but just for a while my laptop was throwing a bit of a tantrum. My birthday is coming up and I'm planning on buying myself a present. It will improve my video recordings hopefully, but until then, thank you all for watching. See you next time.